So I was talking with IPS yesterday, and he wanted me to chronicle the timeline of events with what's been happening with Mick West over the past couple of weeks. So I'm just going to do a very quick video today to just clarify exactly how things went down. He challenged Mick and myself to go up to Blackpool Tower to take an image or series of images of the horizon next to Barrow-in-Furness, and this is where we would see the ocean curving. So we went and did this. It turns out, after analysing the images, there isn't a single pixel of curve. So I produced a new video in which we discussed this information, and Mick came on and made a comment basically saying that his original, well, he didn't actually apologise to say that you could capture the curve on the horizon with an iPhone, because clearly you couldn't, and I was using a P900. But he actually came on and said, well, actually there'll only be 3 pixels of curve. So that was a pretty large retraction straight away from being able to capture the curve at the horizon with an iPhone to only capturing it 3 pixels worth. So I did another video calling him out on this and challenging his comments, to which he replied basically that you wouldn't actually see any curve on the horizon because it is flat. So in the space of 2 weeks he went from making an assertion that the curve could be seen from the top of Blackpool Tower with an iPhone to then admitting that the horizon would be flat at that height. Now the problem is, he actually has images on his Metabunk website, and he's used, it would appear, Google Earth, and put an image up there showing where you will see curve from Blackpool Tower next to Barrow-in-Furness. And these images are still up there today, even though he knows that this is fraudulent and it's complete bunkum. It's not true. So he has these images as, this is proof that the water curves, and it doesn't curve. We've been up there, we've done the test, we've analysed the information. He has had to come back and he's changed his mind on 3 separate occasions now. So we know that this doesn't happen. We know that there is no curve. We've done the experiments, we've analysed the information, and we know that this is just pure fraud. So in the space of 2 weeks, he's changed his position 3 times now. The first was the easy to see curve with an iPhone, the second was it would only be 3 pixels, and the third is that it's actually flat. The fact that he's still using these images on his website as proof of flat is fraudulent. And it just seems to me that he actually has no idea what in the world he's talking about, or the math, or anything like this. He asked in the chat last night if anyone would actually talk math with him. Well, I challenged him on that and said, after my analysis of these images, I was able to show that on this image here, for instance, there is 21 miles of flat ocean, flat horizon on the x-axis. So he ran off, he didn't stay in the chat, he didn't even answer, he didn't reply, he just went, because this is a question that is very hard for him to answer. How can there be 21 miles of flat horizon on the x-axis? If the world is a ball shape, so it curves on the z-axis, surely it should curve on the x-axis too. But he ran away and didn't answer the question. So that shows the kind of credibility of a man that you're dealing with. So I think Mick should bring down those images. He should make a public apology. I mean, he is somewhat of a figurehead for the movement of Ball Earth. He's been on many shows. He's been a serious chemtrail denier for years, but of course, with the recent revelations about chemtrails, his credibility has taken a nosedive on that too. His credibility has been shot to pieces in the last 2 weeks by both myself and Anthony Riley, hopefully to the point now where he just slithers off. But if he doesn't slither off, then he should at least make a full public apology for his deceit. He should remove the images from his Metabunk website and go and do some more research, basically, about what it is that he's actually talking about, because clearly he doesn't have the first idea, or the second idea, or the third idea. He has no idea.